Everyone, gather round. Toten is just round the corner, and with it is bringing some changes to zombies, and more specifically here, the meta itself. And these aren't just small changes, these are actually very drastic and big changes here. And so I thought it would be a good idea to make a video about this and just inform you on what's going on here. These changes are coming into fruition on July 15th, and this is also when Toten releases, which is 3 days after my birthday, so, you know, I'll take this as a late birthday present, thank you Treyarch. But without further ado, let's just get into these changes. So our upcoming changes are stated in this like opening section that Treyarch wrote, and I'm gonna read this out before I get into like the details, but this will give you an idea as to what exactly is getting changed, and obviously I'll elaborate more the further down we go. It says, incoming zombies meta updates. With the launch of Season 4 Reloaded on July 15th, we'll be making several fundamental changes to enemy health caps, more armor durability, sniper rifle critical and max damage, pack-a-punch to melee weapon damage, and damage scaling for equipment, support, and field upgrades to turn you into an even more badass undead killing machine. So here's the first few changes, and these revolve around the reduced enemy health caps. So first up, for zombies, aka just standard enemies, they've been reduced to plus 100% at high rounds, and this is down from plus 300. So those high rounds are basically going to be much more accessible for newer players, and I'm guessing that that is why Treyarch even did this in the first place. I think a lot of us are finding Cold War zombies a little easy right now, especially now that we've had time to actually learn the zombie mechanics and just how everything works. But however, new players that are wanting to get high rounds or just a lower like skill level maybe, probably may struggle a bit. I know when Cold War Zombies first came out, I struggled a little bit, okay? It was pretty different. The zombies were a lot more aggressive and everything like that. And I just usually do around 31 exfil because it's at that point in the game where if you keep going a few rounds extra, the zombies will start getting pretty spongy and rounds will feel like they take a lot longer to complete. And so usually I just be like, okay, I'll just exfil now, get my crystals, and then just dip. And so with the changes to the zombies' health, aka having them be nerfed, this should really help get the ball rolling and speed up those later rounds. And special zombies are also being reduced to plus 50% at high rounds, and this is going to be down from plus 100%. Elites are getting the same treatment, they're getting reduced to plus 25% at high rounds, and this is going to be down from plus 100. Can I just say thank God this change is being put in, because like especially Megatons, their health just felt very spongy and it just felt like you were shooting at them for so long. And here's an interesting health cap change here. HVTs reduced to plus 10% at high rounds, down from plus 100%. HVTs, for those of you who are probably wondering, these are the Outbreak main objectives where you have to like find this special target and eliminate them, and you just gotta run around the map trying to kill this enemy, and every time you chase it and take down a bit of its health, it'll teleport somewhere else, and it'll usually just spawn in like a different variation of an already established mini boss, you know, like a red Megaton or a Megaton in a Christmas hat. I don't know. What I'm saying is that they look different, although I would absolutely love to see that at Christmas. Please Treyarch, do that. But they were very bullet spongy and they just took a while to kill, sometimes a little too long. Like, I don't mind the challenge, but it just felt too unnecessarily annoying. And so I'm really glad that they are nerfing a HVT's health. Next, we have reduced health of armor for medium and heavy zombies by 30%. Now this is good and bad. It's good because, you know, armored zombies in those later rounds, I know I keep saying this about some enemies, but they get so spongy. But however, I think Treyarch knew that because they made Shatter Blast a thing, and that destroys armor. But now I'm definitely kind of worried for Shatter Blast, because if that did such a good job at combating zombies' armor, now that their health has been nerfed for armored zombies, is Shatter Blast just gonna get made redundant here? Is it gonna be that useful? Is Deadwire gonna be better than it now? I really don't know. This one's gonna have to be a time will tell sort of thing. Moving on from the zombies' health stuff now, we're going on to weapons, and whilst we're here, I want want to mention what we saw in the trailer. There's going to be 2 new wonder weapons here. One of them is the Cerberus, I believe it's like the SRBRS or something like that, and the other is essentially just going to act as a Gersh device. It's just a reskinned or like revamped Gersh device. It's going to be called the LT53 Casimir prototype, and Treyarch released a blueprint teaser for it. It says that they found it in Peck's lab, so you know, he's sneaking around, he's got some tricks up his sleeve. And you know, I've really missed the Gersh device, and I'm all for seeing it again. For those that don't know, the Gersh device, when you threw it, it was on Ascension back in Black Ops 1. It would open up this black hole and suck zombies in, and if you jumped in it, you'd get teleported to a random place on the map. It was really cool, it was really fun, so this is definitely something to be excited for. So back to the patch notes here, this is going to be a sniper buff, and it says here, buffed sniper rifle critical damage multipliers, stock ammo, and max damage, which is great, but we just need bullet pen because that's kind of the point of using snipers in zombies. I really don't see anyone using them just for the sake of only being able to like single shot zombies. So you know, whilst I appreciate the buff, we need bullet penetration or else it's gonna feel a bit underwhelming. The next change is buffed melee weapon pack-a-punch and triple pack-a-punch damage multipliers. So for those melee lovers in zombies, whether you're a knife knight or a sledgehammer swinger, whatever melee weapon you use, they're getting buffed, and I'm guessing this is once again for the longevity of a match of zombies, so you can keep using the weapon you want. And so it's gonna be cool to see knives being still effective on like round 100 plus. But remember, this isn't a buff to the base of the melee weapon, this is the pack-a-punch all the way up to triple pack-a-punch in terms of damage multipliers. So I think I'll be papping some melee weapons a lot more. Okay, this next one is a big patch note, but I'll read it out. Equipment, support, and field upgrades, Frostblast and Energy Mine, will scale their damage evenly with this update. Equipment and support will now be much more consistent in their ability to kill enemies, and lethal equipment and ground-based support will see an increase in damage in many instances, which is an amazing change. It's good to see all these things just getting buffed in general, and it's just good to see some balance being restored here, as all things should be, obviously. Treyarch also say that all their weapon damage buffs from Season 3 Reloaded will be intact with this update, so we have more buffs to go around here. And a really interesting new feature that they're adding here is dynamic wall buys, and this is an amazing change and I am all for this. I hope they keep adding stuff like this. It says that wall buy weapons will have a chance to increase in rarity at the end of every 5th round, all the way up to legendary. As the rounds go up, now you'll have more weapon options to choose from. In D Machine there is a green MP5 in Nact. It's always been a green MP5. 5 rounds later, that could be a legendary tier. I just think it really adds that spice to zombies, and that's the kind of thing I love seeing. So Treyarch, keep dropping the spicy meatballs, okay, because these are the changes we need. And that's gonna be all of our changes for the Season 4 Reloaded update. Pretty big changes, if you can't tell. And remember, I'll say it again, July 15th, that's the day it's dropping, as well as D Machine. Very big day for the community, and I'm looking forward to it. But anyways, I'm gonna leave this video here today. If you want to see more D Machine content when it comes out, and you've enjoyed this video or found it informative, then be sure to smash the like button, comment your thoughts on this update down below, and most importantly, only a very small percentage of people are even subscribed to the channel, so if you've made it this far and you want to see more content, then subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell too to stay notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.